Soundcore have just announced their brand new clip-on design open earbuds, the AeroClip, so that's what I'm going to talk about in today's video. Hi, my name is Andy and you're watching Andy's Tech Tone. The AeroClip is not Soundcore's first try at cracking the clip-on code, and the experience they have amassed with the C30i or the more recent C40i must have been a huge help when developing these new open ears. I mean, the AeroClip buds are a bit of a departure from the other designs that came before it, but these changes are mostly for the better. If you put the AeroClip and the C40i next to each other, then the differences will become obvious. The new buds use a smaller speaker unit, which improves ear comfort in the long run. Also, the battery unit behind your ears has a more ergonomic design, which does not only make it look like a cute piece of a bean, but it also enhances fit and comfort. And lastly, there is the bridge that connects these two units. Now, the AeroClip uses a flexible titanium memory wire inside this bridge, which brings a few benefits with it. First, I found putting on the buds much easier than any other clip-on designs I tried before, and that includes the Bose Open Ultras. I also feel like it delivers that disappearing act more effectively, which means that I barely notice the earbuds even after using them for hours on end. And at the same time, the fit is snug enough so the buds won't budge during my day-to-day activities, including running. The weight is 6.1 grams, which is just a bit more than that of the C40i, but again, that weight is distributed more evenly thanks to the new design, and in fact, the new buds feel much lighter than they actually are as a result. But I'm gonna stop mincing words here and just say that these are the most comfortable clip-on earbuds I have ever used, period. And in case you have lesser luck in that arena, similarly to both the C30i and the C40i, the AeroClip also comes with two sets of these silicone ear grips in the box, which can help you dial in that fit. The overall build quality of the earbuds is bang on for the money, all the plastics they used here feel nice to touch, and we get an IPX4 sweat and splash proof rating as well. This dual-tone champagne mist colorway is not my personal favorite, as it makes the AeroClip look like some shiny jewelry on my ears, but the buds are also available in midnight black and rosy brown, so you have some other options too. And a quick disclaimer, I got this test sample from the manufacturer for the review. However, I'm not getting paid, nor did I give preview privileges to anyone, so this content is not influenced in any way, shape or form, and all you get is my unfiltered and honest opinion based on my own experience with the product. Next, let's see the battery case. Well, it's not a particularly handsome one, but it gets the job done. It's a medium-sized plastic block with rounded-off corners, but even though it's a bit on the thick side of things, it's pocket-friendly enough. The hinge on the lid is solid, and it comes to a hard stop when fully open, giving you hassle-free access to the earbuds. Plus, the right and left sides are color-coded on both the case and on the buds, so that can help too. There is a status LED on the front and a pairing button at the back, along with a USB Type-C port, which is going to see some use as the case does not support wireless charging. It does, however, support fast charging, providing you with 3 hours of extra use in only 10 minutes. The earbuds themselves can last up to 8 hours on a single charge, and the case packs enough juice for 3 additional full charges, which brings the total playtime to 32 hours. And that's a substantial jump from the 21 hours we got with the C40i, for example. As for the Bluetooth chip on board, it's version 5.4 compliant, and it supports the SBC and the AAC audio codecs. Single bud mode is also available, and so is multipoint, aka dual device connection. In multipoint mode, the audio takeover happens automatically and instantly between your devices. And if we throw in the dual connections menu in the Soundcore app, which allows you to manually switch between all of your previously connected sources, then we get a pretty decent multi-device solution which can come in handy in any work scenario. What we do not have is a low latency mode, so serious gamers might want to look elsewhere. That said, the latency is low enough for watching videos without noticeable lip-sync issues. The wireless connection proved to be rock solid overall, as I had no dropped signals or any other mishaps during my tests. And now let me give you some mic samples. First, this is the audio quality you can get from the built-in microphones on the AeroClip buds.
when making a phone call in a quiet room. Next, this is an audio sample from the built-in mics on the C40i, so you can have an idea of the difference between the phone call quality of the two earbuds in a quiet environment. Next, let's spice things up a little by adding some light traffic noise and a slight breeze to the mix. So this is the audio quality you can get from the Soundcore AeroClip buds when you happen to make a phone call while you are out and about. And to show if there is any audible difference between the two generations, here is another audio sample from the Soundcore C40i. So please let me know in the comments down below if you can hear any meaningful difference between the two.
Onto the controls, this is the only area where Soundcore have failed to improve on the C40i. I loved the physical buttons on those buds, but now we get a touch-sensitive panel built into those bridges between the speaker and the main unit. And while it's comfy to use and it's quick to react, the functionality of these panels is crippled. I mean, there is only double and triple tap, and between these two actions you can switch functions around as much as you want in the app, but not having a single tap or at least a long tap option means that you cannot have all the controls such as play, pause, volume up and down, and skip a track forward and backward at the same time. Maybe not the biggest deal for everyone, but I find it strange that manufacturers keep skimping on this basic feature even in 2025. And again, the physical buttons on the C40i can do single, double and long press as well, giving us all the controls we might need. As far as other custom settings in the Soundcore app, we get some audio presets, an 8-band manual EQ, an auto power-off timer, the already mentioned dual connections menu, and Find Device, which can ping each earbud separately in case you misplace them. The app is available on both Android and iOS, and it can also deliver firmware upgrades down the road, which I hope at some point will include some added functionality to those touch controls. But what was added already is a rich bass and great overall dynamics to the sound coming from those 12mm titanium-coated drivers. In comparison, the C40i does not only have a less intense output and a much lower maximum volume, but it also lacks the deep bass extension we get with the AeroClip. I mean, it's not the sort of a sub-bass punch you might expect from in-ears or over-ears, but in the realm of open ears, this bottom octave is considered hefty and powerful. The mids are a touch darker than I would like them to be, so vocals take a little step back in the mix. That has a slightly negative impact on speech intelligibility, as voices, especially male voices, are a bit chesty or boomy sounding. No big deal, a little tweaking with the EQ in the app can open up the vocals if that's what you need. The highs are nuanced and detailed, delivering a roomy and airy presentation with a very precise image. The very top is rolled off ever so slightly, and things never get overly excited or bright, which makes long listening sessions more comfortable. And that's a good thing. What's not so good is that ringing noise I can hear somewhere in the low to mid bass region. It's not your typical distortion that muddies up everything, because the bass output is clean in that regard, even at higher volumes. It's more of a metallic ringing around the edges of certain bass notes. It only becomes apparent with songs that have hard-hitting single bass notes with not much else going on in terms of other instruments or layers in the music. To a certain degree, it can be tamed by pulling down the lower bass in the EQ, but again, I could not get rid of it completely. At this point, I'm not sure if it's just my sample or if it can be fixed through firmware, and again, it took me days before I actually noticed that something was off. The issue does not always present itself, and if you use the earbuds for podcasts, audiobooks, YouTube or some casual background, chilling or acoustic music maybe, you will never notice anything. But if you want to push them hard with EDM, R&B, trap or any other stuff with prominent bass, then you may find the ringing noise to be an issue. That aside, overall the sound of the AeroClip is punchy, energetic and warm, and it reacts to EQing really well, so it's worth playing around with the presets and the custom settings as well. Now, to wrap things up, there are only two things that stop the Soundcore AeroClip from becoming my new personal favorite open ears. First, they could have kept the physical buttons or at least given us more than just a double and a triple tap to use. And second, there is that ringing in the bass. If Soundcore somehow manages to fix both of these quirks with a firmware upgrade, then it will be extremely hard to find any other fault with these buds. I mean, the comfort is truly exceptional, the fit is snug, the battery life is more than decent for its size, the wireless features give you all you need during everyday use, and the smartphone app offers some custom settings so you can tailor the earbuds to your personal needs. The price is $129.99 at the launch, but please check out the affiliate links in the description below if you want to get up-to-date information about pricing and availability in your region. And by clicking through those links, you can help this channel as well. Of course, I appreciate you still watching the review at this point, because that helps with the algorithm too. What would also be helpful is you giving a thumbs up to this video and subscribing to the channel in case you haven't already. If you do not feel like doing any of those things, then you can still ask a question or share your thoughts in the comments below. Plenty options there for everyone, as you can see. Now, I'm out. Thanks for watching everyone. Hope to see you all in the next one.